Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is for love. Today we're going to be taking a look at their mind and their heart. If you have not as of yet chosen an image, in this case there are 3 flowers to choose from: Magnolia, Tulip, and Lotus. Go to the timestamps in the description box. There is a picture clip where you can take as much time as you need to pause on the picture of the flowers in order to choose for your reading. If during that time you feel led to pick more than one flower on the screen, go ahead and listen to your intuition. Listening to your intuition is always going to be highly encouraged here. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch it at the upload time, somewhere down the road, if it's placed into your awareness and you feel that intuitive nudge to watch, there indeed could be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are general. I can't possibly expect to connect with every single person that watches, although I hope you manage to find a message here. But if you don't, that is perfectly okay, because I trust that the universe will guide you to where you need to be, to who you need to listen to in order to receive the message that is right for you. However, before you click off this video altogether, perhaps consider checking out my pick a card playlist. I have a pick a card playlist for general readings and then ones that are specified specifically for love. There could be a message somewhere in one of those playlists that has what you are looking for at this particular time as well. So maybe have some fun exploring my channel first before you leave altogether. Because it's a love reading, we also have to keep in mind that roles can be reversed, flip-flopped, vice versa, interchangeable. There might be some things that I might say that would speak more about your person, other things I might say that might describe more about you. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and keep in mind that some of these energies can kind of intermingle. So with all of that being said, Star Family, I will leave you here and I will meet you directly at your reading. Pile number 1, you chose the Lotus. For your reading, we're going to be looking at their mind and their heart. Sometimes, the mind and the heart, they're not always in unison. Sometimes they can be fickle with each other. So in this case, it gets, it's kind of a good idea to take a look at what's going through their head versus what they feel in their heart, to see if their heart and their mind maybe are on the same page, and also if they're not, right? So it's kind of, I feel like, more or less an informative type of thing that we're looking at here, right? So let's take a look. Pile number 1, let's start with their mind first. So your person, whether it be friend, family, love interest, I'm leaving that open to your discretion or discernment. So let's see their mind when it comes to you. Let's see what their mind looks like. And we're going to grab from the Victorian Romantic Tarot as well for their mind. One card. Let's see. If I need to grab other cards, I will. We're going to start with one card first. Their mind, pile number 1, viewers, your person, when it comes to you, what's in their head? What's going on in their head? Okay. All right, so we have the 4 of Wands, and what else? Ah, look at that. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. 4 of Wands. So I kind of feel like your person is saying here, I want to get away. And I apologize for the glare. I'm going to try to fix that now. Don't know if this will help. But it's kind of like this feeling of like, I want to get away. I want to, get out of this place. I want to go somewhere with you. Or they're thinking about maybe taking you away for the weekend or something like that. Or thinking that if they could get away from the humdrum, humdrum, there's a drum there. The humdrum or monotony of everyday life, that maybe it would help make things easier. The reason why I say monotony is because it's a number 4. Okay, 4 itself as a numerical vibration does definitely speak of foundations and things that are kind of stable and secure. But sometimes there's a need to get away from the everyday hustle and bustle. And this honeymoon energy is giving me that. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. It's like a desire in their mind. They want to get away. So I would say with your person, don't be surprised if they maybe invite you to go do something. Maybe invite you to go out somewhere. Maybe to kind of break up the monotony of maybe home life. 4 Wands definitely does speak of home and your foundation. So this is definitely saying, yeah, the foundation is secure, but there's a need to break up that monotony. So in their mind, they're thinking that they might want to do that. 4 Wands is also your 1111 card. It's also celebrations, achievement, or a celebration of something achieved, or just an overall celebratory energy. So it could be that in their mind they want to celebrate something with you, maybe an anniversary. Maybe you know, celebrating an anniversary by going and doing something to break up the monotony of everyday, you know, stable, secure life, which is good, right? But sometimes you got to break it up. So there's this feeling of celebrating a special occasion, wanting to celebrate a special occasion, or making plans to celebrate something special with you. Okay, is what I'm getting from the Four of Wands. So that's in their mind. I don't know if it's an event or an anniversary of some sort, but looking to do something, I feel like also fun, and which will allow you to feel blissful with each other, happy with each other, right? In their mind. So let's see what's going on in their heart. What's going on in their heart? Pile number 1 viewers, your person. What's going on in their heart? Okay. Whoa, okay, I got 2 of them. Did you see that? And let's grab again from the tarot. What's going on in your person's heart for you? Pile number 1 viewers. Their heart for you. What's in their heart? Okay, so we have the High Priestess. It says, free yourself. It's time to take back control over your life. The High Priestess. And it says, your love life is being affected by children. That is crazy, because you know what? The first thing that this is giving me is, yeah, in their mind, they're thinking of getting away, and it's probably to feel a little bit more free and liberate maybe from the humdrum of everyday monotony. The children, right? I don't know. See, this is the thing. If you're married, you have kids, and there's, you know, the constant hustle and bustle of, you know, work and no time for play, and, you know, children, maybe you don't get a lot of time to be by yourself, right? This makes sense. This makes sense, right? To feel a little bit more free. It's time to take back control of your life. Maybe get away from the kids for a little bit, you know, and bring back a little bit more fun and liberation into the household or into your relationship. Because sometimes when you get caught up in being a parent, right, you forget to make time for your connection. So that could definitely apply to you. It could also be that maybe their heart, you know, just wants a little free time with you alone. If you're, you know, constantly both juggling the children, right, there's a need for that. Their heart and their mind, I think, is definitely in sync. The High Priestess is giving me the vibes of that alone time. It is mystery, right? The High Priestess is an energy of spiritual connection. So it kind of feels like, I don't know if their heart is feeling like a little bit of the connection has been lost, and what they're trying to do is, or they desire to do in their mind, is to find a way to rekindle that. Okay. Because look at this unicorn, right? There's this energy of like being trapped. You see? And the unicorn wants to be free. It could be that, again, the physical circumstance of not being able to get away from the kids could keep, you know, the energy or the spiritual connection feeling a little stuck, stagnant, or trapped. And the High Priestess wants to liberate that. Because she does go in deep, she does dig deep, she goes to seek the hidden answers within herself. But it's more of on a personal level, right? But when you apply the High Priestess to a relationship, it's about digging for the deeper connection between you and someone else. So there is a spiritual connection here, but a spiritual connection that also needs the flames to be rekindled. You see how she's trying to stoke the flames in her cauldron? So I'm looking at this like their heart desires to stoke the flames or rekindle the spiritual connection that maybe is lost because of circumstance, maybe because of a busy family life, right? Because honestly, this High Priestess energy is giving me the vibe that has a little bit of that has been lost. The spiritual connection has maybe been lost or sacrificed because of a busy everyday life and, you know, just being parents. I do want to take another card. All right, let's see. Their heart. Another card for their heart. Ah, yeah, see, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is challenge, difficulty, sometimes adversity. And it's this energy of also not being able to catch a break, you know? So this makes sense. The High Priestess is usually, you know, she's an energy of like wanting to be alone in a sense, right? But it's a number 2. So High Priestess is number 2. So when I think of the number 2, I do think of coupledom and partnership and the desire to reconnect either back to oneself if it's like for a single person, but when it's in a relationship, it's wanting to solidify the spiritual connection with another, because we do have the yin, the yang energy represented in the pillars here. So when I see this, this is about wanting to unite the connection of divine masculine and feminine, not only within oneself, but outside of yourself in another, right? And it could be that just the challenges of everyday living life and circumstance have created like a feeling of a no-win situation. So their heart is desiring this spiritual connectivity with you and to free yourselves from the humdrum or daily monotony and challenges of everyday life, to get away, right? So they're planning something over here, maybe to get away and do something special, just to free oneself up for a little bit of the Five of Swords energy, which is definitely the challenge, the strife. You know, look, what's funny is we have the children here, right? And we have the crying kids. So, I mean, if your kids are, you know, all over the place, which is normal, right? Especially if you got multiple, if they're driving you batshit crazy, basically, if you're driving the household nuts, you might need to have a break from that and reconnect back to your person, vice versa. They want to reconnect back to you. But the Five of Swords is indicating that you guys can't catch a break, is what this is saying. And their heart feels that. It's almost like I want my wife or my husband back. That's the feeling here, okay, of their mind and their heart. Or I want my person back, okay, even if you're not married. I want my person back, even just for a little bit, all to myself. Okay, let's see if we can get a final card here. Okay. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. That kind of makes sense. I don't think it's that you guys need to give each other space. I think that you guys have to have some time and space together. Okay? Is what this is saying. If this is not, let's say, if this is not a relationship that, you know, is already established, let's say, you know, this could be somebody who maybe you're not together with, right? Considering this card. In their mind, they would like to whisk you away, or they would like to reestablish with the Four of Wands something with you again and find that happiness with you. They're thinking up ways maybe that they can reconnect and reestablish this connection with you. Their heart is feeling a little bit of the disparity and the separation that maybe is happening with you in your situation at this time. Maybe there are children involved, and maybe that does affect the overall scenario. Nonetheless, their heart wants to, what this is feeling, wants to heal this conflict. With Five of Swords can speak of conflict and challenge and strife. There's this desire to want to heal this strife, this conflict, and reconnect back to you spiritually. There are some things in the connection that also need to be freed up, right? Their heart wishes for something or some situation to be liberated and freed up from you or them to make this possible. Okay? They are reflecting on all of these things. Maybe at this time you are at odds with one another, especially with the Five of Swords there. That is a possibility. And there's a need to kind of like give each other space. But in their mind over here, right? In their mind over here, they want to reestablish or find a way to reestablish the bliss or the happiness or the love that you guys once had. That's why the honeymoon is saying enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, right? They want to reconnect back to that. But their heart is feeling at odds, a little at odds, because maybe circumstance, challenge, maybe children, maybe family or something is getting in the way of reconnecting back to you and forging that connection. And that's what they want to be free of. Whatever the hindrance is, whatever the challenge or adversity is what they want to be freed up from. Okay, in order to connect back to you. I don't think it's that they want to be free of you. Okay, this card can sometimes speak of that. But in this case, considering the other cards on the table, it's giving me the vibe that they want to be free of whatever obstacles, limitations, or hindrances that would keep you and them apart spiritually or physically. Okay. So I think this is positive either way. And I think this card also, solidifies that, they're having faith as well. They're reflecting on the circumstance. And they're having faith that everything will work out for the best. So pile number 1, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps this channel grow, reach more people, and find who it needs to. If you ever want to support my channel beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy shop is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry I make with my 2 hands. I have powerful Tektite crystals like Moldavite and Libyan desert glass there as well. And I also have light language sessions and personal readings, keyword when available. Okay, sometimes they're sold out. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose the tulip as your flower. We are going to be looking at their mind versus their heart. This could be anybody that you have in mind at this time, whether it be friend, family, lover. I'll leave that open to your discretion. So let's see. We're going to start with the romance angels. We're going to look at their mind first, your person and their mind towards you. Okay. Let's see. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. So let's see what's going on in their mind as well. 1 card for tarot. Pile number 2, their mind towards you. If I need to grab more cards, I definitely will. But let's see what we have. Ooh, okay. All right, so their mind, right? What's funny is we're asking about their mind, and then we get the Ace of Swords. They're having some epiphany or moments of clarity or understanding, and also breakthroughs when it comes, when it comes to maybe you, love, or relationships with you. The Ace of Swords is giving some answers or some much needed clarity when it comes to you, okay? And they are opening their mind. Again, the idea of Ace of Swords being breakthrough, right? This is the Victorian Romantic Tarot, by the way, and the Romance Angels Oracle. Just letting you know, in case I forget. But anyhow, the breakthrough that the Ace of Swords is giving is in regards to their mindset, okay? Yeah, it could be that you maybe differ from what they usually go for. But there's a breakthrough. They're opening their mind, right? The Ace of Swords is bringing that. And I also feel like it's expanding their mindset in regards to what is possible when it comes to love and relationships or connections in general. So there's something about you also that opens up their mind to different things. Maybe in conversation, you expand their level of thinking. Maybe you do make them think, period. And there's something about that they like, okay? Because if you look at this guy here, he's talking to these people, and he's leaned in, all right? And that is an energy of interest. So it's like, I'm leaning into you, I'm absorbing every word you say, I'm curious about how you think, because the way that you think and the things that you say are also opening me up to think differently as well. And I'm receiving breakthroughs and revelations based on are perhaps intellectual conversations, is what this is saying. So you and your mindset or your conversation is what's giving them a breakthrough to keep an open mind about what they normally see as their usual type. Okay? Which is nice. So you're making them think twice about what they would normally, or who they would normally be attracted to, or what they would normally go for if it's a romantic situation. It could also be that if it's not a romantic situation, this is about, you know, you in conversation with them, you're opening up their mind to think and expand their awareness in some way. And they're looking at life and seeing things through a different lens because of the things that you have enlightened them to. So it feels like you're getting through to this person in some way. The conversations that you have in their mind, they're getting breakthroughs because of this. Okay. So let's see what's going on in their heart. Their heart towards you. Pile number 2 viewers. Their heart towards you. Oh, look at that. Chemistry. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here in their heart. And you know what? There's a spark there brewing between you. And again, it's this feeling of them falling in love with your mind first. And then the heart is expanding because of that. Okay. So let's see. And you know what? Some people need that stimulation of the mind first before, you know, they say you get through a man's heart through his stomach. Well, there are some people, whether man or woman, doesn't matter, that you get through their heart through their mind. So you got to stimulate their mind first, which then opens up their heart, right? Because sometimes it's not even about physical appearance. It's about, do our minds connect? Do we vibe intellectually? Can I sit with you and have a decent conversation? You know, some people are attracted to the intellectual types, the nerdy types, the quote-unquote nerdy types. You know, especially if someone loves books, loves to read, loves, you know, reading or writing, especially maybe if they're an air sign, you know, maybe that's the way to get to their heart. Their heart feels chemistry, though, and a lot of the chemistry is coming from the intellect or the conversations that are had with one another. Because it kind of feels like this card over here, this person, you know, they're hanging on every word, okay? They're hanging on your every word, but it's because they're fascinated. Their mind is like, you know, sparks are going off in their head, you know, with this Ace of Swords energy. But there's definitely an attraction brewing because of that in their heart, okay? So, pile number 2, let's see their heart for you. Your person's heart towards you, pile number 2, viewers. Just want one card for their heart. And if, like I said, if I need more, I will grab more. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords. Chemistry says there's a strong magnetic attraction here, but the 9 of Swords is kind of putting them in a weird place. Okay, there's this feeling, and maybe it's because she's walking on the edge, right? Let's look at that literally. They're literally on the edge of, right, of their heart, or the sparks flying and expanding. What's funny is I was talking about the books, right? Look at the book on the floor. Do you see that? There's a book there, an open book. So this is giving me vibes of, if I'm looking at it like that, it's like they're on the edge of, again, not being able to hold themselves back from the attraction that they feel. Their mind also can sometimes play tricks on them with the 9 of Swords when it comes to their heart. So I think there's a little bit of fear and concern about maybe falling in love with this person. Like, they have fears of that. However, also I'm getting the vibe of like having fears of being an open book. It almost feels like for pile number 2, your person, you might be very open and talkative, right? And they're hanging on every word. They're interested. They're leaning in, right? Their body language is leaning in because they want to learn all about you. But they might have fears about being an open book towards you. And part of that has to do with the fears of maybe falling, right? Fears of falling, maybe falling in love. But there's chemistry here. And there's also a fear or anxiety of being vulnerable. Maybe fear of getting hurt. But I don't think they're going to be able to avoid that because, again, even if, it's more a mental thing. I don't think they're going to be able to avoid that because, again, the chemistry is there. The sparks have flown, right? The spark is lit up between you. There is a magnetic or magnetism between you. So even if they're scared with the 9 of Swords and they're, have anxiety or stress about falling in love or becoming an open book with you, they might be very receptive to you opening up yourself to them. But when it comes to them opening themselves up to you, they might be more hesitant, is the feeling here in their heart. Because their heart doesn't want to be made vulnerable to getting hurt. But at the same time, they're also on the edge or on the brink of falling. Because again, the chemistry, the attraction, the intellectual flow is there between you. So I almost want to say with the Ace of Swords, you're breaking through to them. Okay, like I said, you're breaking through to them, and it's all happening through the connection, the conversation. I'm not 100% sure you might be their usual type. Okay, but you're breaking that boundary or that barrier in their own mind about it. And I also think that you're getting through to them in a way that they might be a little scared of because they're not always an open book for everybody, and they also don't open up their heart to everybody either. But they can't deny the chemistry, the attraction. They're literally walking a fine line, put it that way, when it comes to you. They really are. So let me see. Let's get a card here. Oh, okay. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. That's the thing. Like, if you are sincere with them, right? Because the Ace of Swords speaks of truth, right? Their mind is like wanting to get to know you, learn your truth, learn who you are. And their heart is feeling all this chemistry and sparks flying, but they're scared of it. The thing is that they might not want to allow themselves to be vulnerable when it comes to their heart. But they're not going to be able to help it. And one of the things that they need to know is that they deserve love, joy, right? It says you can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstance. They can allow love into their life regardless of the circumstances that they've maybe previously experienced or whatever it is. They have to realize that they deserve love, right? And they deserve to feel happy and joyful and find love. That's the thing. I think part of themselves is, and that could be maybe what it is that your conversations are about, that you're breaking through to them, right? To kind of break down their walls and their barriers, in a sense. And they are coming to the understanding or the realization that maybe, yeah, that, they can allow love in. But they have to remind themselves that they deserve love, that they can allow it in, despite what might have happened to them before or, in their life. these things are available to them if they allow it to be. I do want to grab another one on the Nine of Swords, okay? Because the fear, the worry, the anxiety over opening themselves up could also, again, prevent a good thing from happening, right? So let's see, their heart. Their heart is fighting with them because we have swords, right? Their heart is fighting with them. The swords are all about the mental energy. So sometimes their mind can kind of like talk their heart out of it, is also what this is telling me. And they are open and receptive because we have an open door portal here with the Ace of Swords. So their mind is open and receptive, but their heart is, right? Their mind comes in to kind of bring fear into the heart, which then kind of wants them to keep the book closed. You know what I mean? Anyhow, let's see their heart. Let's grab one more card in regards to their heart towards you. King of Wands. So this might be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person. King of Wands is passionate though, you see? So there's passion and chemistry and the flame brewing in their heart, but it's their thoughts, their mind, you know, their fear of vulnerability, the fear of falling in love maybe, that keeps their heart kind of like on the edge or walking that fine line all the time, right? Because of the artwork. But it's not that they don't feel it. They do feel a chemistry, right? Because King of Wands is super passionate and has that chemistry. And it's also desirable energy, so it's a desire. In their heart, they have that desire. In their heart, they're coming in like the King of Wands, right? They're interested. They're, you know, Ace of Swords, curious, you know. They feel that physical attraction, chemistry, magnetism that is pulling you guys together, but it's they got to get out of their own head when it comes to their heart, if you know what I mean. Okay? And they have to allow love in, which oftentimes requires that you conquer your fear of vulnerability. Okay, with the Nine of Swords. And the King wants to conquer. So I think the King being here is also telling us that your person is trying to conquer their fears when it comes to love and being an open book. So keep that in mind with your person, that they are trying here, okay? King of Wands is also a go-getter. So the chemistry that they feel with you also probably doesn't let them stay away either. Okay. Because the King of Wands, when he sees something, he goes after what he wants. So their heart doesn't let them stay away, even if they fight with themselves about it. Okay. So this is your reading, pile number 2. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps this channel grow, reach more people, find who it needs to. And if you ever want to support my channel beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my shop is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there I make with my 2 hands on my free time. I also have powerful Tektite crystals like Moldavite and Libyan Desert Glass. And I also have personal readings and light language sessions when, keyword, when available. Sometimes they are sold out. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and keep shining. Pile number 3. You chose the very lovely Magnolia flower. For this love reading, we are looking at your person, whether it be friend, family, love interest, I don't know. I'll leave that up to your discretion. But we're looking at their mind versus their heart. Sometimes the mind and the heart can be on the same page. Sometimes the mind and the heart aren't. So I figured let's take an inside look at your person's mind and their heart. So we're going to start with the Romance Angels card. We're going to look at their mind first. So pile number 3, your person's mind, in their mind, their thoughts. Let's see what's going on in their mind and their thoughts when it comes to you and the connection. One card for their mind. And the romance, wait, no, I'm sorry, Victorian Romantic. These are the Romance Angel. This is a Victorian Romantic tarot. Let's see, their mind. Pile number 3, viewers, their mind. Their mind when it comes to you and the connection. One card. Okay, if I need more cards, I will definitely grab them. But let's see, their mind. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so it says very soon. Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so in their mind, they have to maybe make a choice when it comes to you or the connection in some way. I also feel like they're experiencing with the Wheel of Fortune perhaps some changes, and these changes that they're experiencing in their life also have an effect on what they decide to do. Also, the Wheel of Fortune is an energy where they're, again, change, transition, right? They're in the middle of a change or transition, and that does play an influence or have an influence. But at the same time, they have to go with the flow and allow these changes to run their course or come through, because sometimes the Wheel of Fortune will bring you something beautiful. And sometimes this energy, you have to just let it do what it needs to do in order to put you on the path or bring in what it needs to bring into your life. So it could be that in their mind, they're like kind of waiting for, they're kind of going with the flow in regards to the connection to see where it leads. But I also feel like the Wheel of Fortune is saying that this is a fortuitous type of encounter, or they perceive it to be, with you. But they're also allowing things to run their course to see where it'll go. The reason why I say this is because the Wheel of Fortune is an energy where it's like you're at the casino, you throw the ball at the roulette wheel. You don't know where these things, where the ball is going to land or what number it's going to land on. Sometimes you're kind of in that weird liminal space while the ball is, you know, in the air or going around the wheel. It's a weird space until it hits the number it's supposed to land on, right? And you're kind of suspended. It's just giving me a little bit of that vibe where there's, you know, a lot happening in their mind or in their life or in their circumstance, that until things make sense, right? Until they make sense, they're kind of a little up in the air. And that's not a bad thing. It's more or less also just wanting to be in flow and surrender. But I also feel that they're allowing these things to run their course, so that way they can decide where this connection is going, perhaps. Okay. The thing is that there's this feeling of being in between, right? In between the old and the new with the Wheel of Fortune. And when they're in that weird in-between space in their mind, it's like they can't necessarily make a decision until they kind of understand where things are headed. So it's this feeling of not wanting to do anything hasty. So for now, they're going with the flow to see where this all goes between perhaps you and them. I also feel like there are changes happening around them in their life that play an influence on the choices that they make, perhaps in their relationships, you know, relationship with you or in this situation with you. Okay. So there's definitely a shift that they're experiencing in their life at this time with the Wheel of Fortune. I want to grab one more for the wheel. All right, so their mind. Let's see if we can grab one more card. And then I'll grab the heart for the heart, okay? So let's see. Their mind, pile number 3. Whoa, okay. Oh my goodness. So we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. So, all right. I kind of see where this is going. The 6 of Cups is oftentimes past. Ooh, look at that lighting so bad. Sorry. Yeah. Hold on here. Okay, so the 6 of Cups can oftentimes talk about like past love, past situations, things of the past, people of the past, right? And I don't know, with the 6 of Cups, it could definitely be an indication that they're kind of in this weird space between an old love and maybe you, the new love, or vice versa. And there's this feeling of needing things to run their course or needing to heal from the past before they can open themselves up to the new. And that's why this card is saying, here, you got to decide what you want. Do you want to stick around with the old, or do you want to, you know, here would be the old with the Six of Cups, or do you want to welcome in the new, right? That the universe, or, you know, fortune is trying to bring your way. And they're kind of in that weird between space, like I said, between the old and the new. You know, in order to, you know, with the wheel, one thing falls off the wheel in order to bring in something new, right? That's why we say, like, something has to fall off the wheel in order to welcome in something new. Also, the Six of Cups is kindred spirit energy, it's soulmate energy. So I also looking at this, like with these two kids here, you know, this is a hidden Two of Cups card, and they have a connection. So it kind of feels like they have a connection with you. They're feeling that kindred spirit energy, but they're also experiencing changes. So again, I don't know what the scenario is. I don't know if they're in between past love and maybe new love, and that is what is keeping them from deciding what they want when it comes to you and the connection. Or they're experiencing something in their life that is shifting from the old. They're transitioning in their life from something of the past, and they're in this weird space as they go through changes in life that is also maybe, you know, preventing them from deciding what they want when it comes to love and relationships. Okay. That's why it says very soon, clear to decide what you want. So it comes to you now. Well, they haven't made a choice. I think they're kind of in between making a choice. It's like, are they going to stay stuck in the past with the Six of Cups, or are they going to welcome the new? Whether that be in love or just life in general. I think no matter what they're experiencing in their life, it feels like new energy is coming their way via you and the connection. But there's some things that need wrapped up, and that seems to be where their focus is, on wrapping up the old things to make way to welcome in the new. But it also feels like they know that they have to decide something now or soon, because look at the Wheel of Fortune, right? Your luck could change in an instant, right? The universe can shift your course serendipitously in a whole nother direction. You can stumble across or stumble upon someone that could change and shift your life forever. So it's kind of like you don't want to miss out on something that could be awesome for you. And they know this. They know this. Sometimes that's what life does. It throws us a curveball. And it could be that you are that curveball. They're realizing that now, or they see that. And they know that they can't let this slip by them out as well, because they're stuck, maybe stuck in the past, or stuck on someone from the past. So in their mind, they're contemplating all this stuff. And it's like this feeling of, I can't let it linger forever. I can't be, you know, stuck in between these two things or people or situations. I got to clearly decide which way or direction I'm going to go when it comes to this connection, because, you know, I don't want to let this slip out my fingers. That's their mind. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at their heart. Pile number 3, viewers. Their heart when it comes to you. It's like this feeling of their mind is vacillating back and forth, like, you know, but they're not going to be able to sit on this or leave it up in the air forever. They're going to have to decide. So what is their heart? What does their heart look like when it comes to you and the connection? Pile number 3, viewers. Your person's heart towards you. Your person's heart towards you. Pile number 3, viewers. Whoa. King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like I'm going to grab one more. King of Swords is very pensive, thoughtful, reflective. Okay, so your person, you know, their mind is definitely influencing their heart. Okay, and they are thinking about this. So let's see, one more card for their heart towards you. It's also this feeling of like trying to be practical about things, thinking about things logically. Their heart is trying to... The King of Swords is not always in his heart. That's the thing. He's more in his head. So that's already giving me an indication that their person is more or less... Your person is more or less in their head versus their heart. Okay? But let's see if I can get one more card. Oh, okay. Whoa. Two of Cups. Yeah. So let's see what the romance angel says. Ah, yeah. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. That would be the Wheel of Fortune too. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow of the wheel. I think that's what they're trying to do. Okay, what's crazy to me is that I mentioned a hidden Two of Cups in this card, right? And then we get the Two of Cups fly out. So yeah, I think it's funny how I think that the heart energy is very similar to the mind. Okay. They do need to let it go. Let go with the flow, right? Maybe you both do in a sense, just to see where this connection is going to end up. I think there's a lot of things at play. It could be circumstance or situations or changes that, you know, your person is experiencing in their everyday physical life. But I also think a lot of this has to do with something in the past, and that's why they're in this weird in-between space. Their heart kind of wants to just go with the flow. You know, I think their heart also needs to let go of control issues, because you can't block love when it comes your way. You could miss out on something or someone great when the universe throws you a curveball and collides you with someone special, right? Who, with the Six of Cups, might fulfill all the things you've always wanted in a kindred spirit soulmate connection, right? So life will throw you a curveball and place people on your path. And this is what has happened to them. And they have to consider and decide what it is that they want to do with what they've encountered in you. Okay? Their heart is feeling this soul connection, all right? You guys do see eye to eye or have a true heart-to-heart connection with the Two of Cups. But it's oftentimes their mind with the King of Swords that will kind of get in the way of what they're feeling. And what they need to do in their heart is go with the flow. Their heart, they should allow their heart to call the shots, not let their mind with the King of Swords get in the way of the connection that is taking place. The thing is that their mind knows this too. Okay, their mind knows that they kind of just need to yield a little bit, right? They oftentimes do think about this a lot. They're in their head a lot. They think about you with the Two of Cups over here. Their heart does have you in mind a lot with these two cards together, right? But their heart at the same time is kind of like in this weird in-between space, I feel, in their head and their heart. And they do need to release control. They need to surrender a bit to the connection with the Two of Cups and not let their mind to get in the way of what is developing. And a lot of it, like I said, a lot of it can be about the past with the Six of Cups. Things that maybe have happened to them in the past. But at the same time, the Wheel of Fortune, in their mind, they acknowledge with the Wheel of Fortune that this kind of connection that they feel in their heart with the Two of Cups doesn't come around all the time. Their mind knows that they got to decide, where do they want to go with this connection? What is it that they want to do with this? Because if they debate on it or hesitate or overthink it, they can lose out on something special. Their heart and their mind knows this. Now, if they could just surrender, not overthink, allow the connection to be what it is. Because there's a reason why the universe collided you with the Wheel of Fortune together. Put you on the same path to one another. I also feel the Six of Cups is a past life connection too. So their mind might be picking up on the feeling of, I recognize your soul from somewhere else, from another time, another place. Maybe they've had visions or dreams of a past life connection with you. Maybe they feel that past life connection with you, you know, upon meeting you recently. I kind of feel like this person could be somebody you've never met before in this lifetime, but your souls recognize each other, or they recognize you on a soul level from another time, place, and lifetime. Six of Cups is telling me that. And here you guys with the Wheel of Fortune have, again, your paths have collided and crossed one another again. And again, this feeling of, it's special, it's unlike anything that they've ever experienced before, but they also don't want to, you know, they're going through something maybe, but they don't want to let it slip through their fingers. So they're in this weird space of like, you know, what do I do? Now, if they would just surrender to it and allow it to unfold and develop without overthinking it, it could really go somewhere nice and special. So let's see. Pile number 3. Let's get one card. Final card. Oh, okay, we have 2. All right, this one says, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Yes. This is something special. Like I was saying, you know, the union with the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. Also, if this is a past connection, right? Let's say this is somebody that you know, you haven't been with in a while. Maybe you are separated at this time. In their mind, they're still thinking about you with the Six of Cups. With the Wheel of Fortune, they're thinking about coming back around. But they have to decide what to do, how to approach it, how to do it. I think they do want union if this is a past connection. Their heart needs to surrender to the connection and stop letting their mind overthink it. Same thing applies. If they would just surrender and let go of control issues and stop letting the logic to get in the way of their heart. Okay, sometimes, I mean, logic is a good thing, obviously, but sometimes your mind will talk your heart out of what is truth. And sometimes your mind will talk your heart out of what it knows to be true. So this is what their heart deals with. It's that constant back and forth, back and forth. But they think about you all the time with the Six of Cups. They think about you all the time. This is a once in a lifetime type of thing that the universe, you know, threw in their path, and they acknowledge this in their mind, but their heart can't freaking make sense of it all the time. And that's where the fight is. They could be very stubborn too, because it says let go of control issues. They could be very stubborn. They know you're a soulmate, but again, they don't want to give in, but there's a desire or a need to yield a little bit. Okay, so let's see what this says. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. Again, I do feel that they do have a little bit of a cloudy vision here, or mind. It says, in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. There you go. Let go of control issues, right? Let go, it says, let go of resentment, let go of control issues. Right? So they could be literally, if this is somebody from the past, they could literally be holding themselves back unnecessarily to their own detriment, really. Because what they're doing is just robbing themselves of something beautiful. Okay? It is a sacred union. It is a soulmate. It could be twin flame, possibly, if you subscribe to that concept. But it could be that, you know, if this is a past person, they are definitely robbing themselves of something beautiful by, again, allowing, you know, things of the past or situations or whatever to distort their feelings or their mindset when it comes to you and the connection. Likewise, if this is a recent or newer connection, you know, some things from the past could come back up to kind of haunt them and likewise do the same thing. But it's more or less like a mind over matter type of thing too. But the acknowledgement of something special is here, okay? So no matter what the scenario is between you and your person, the acknowledgement of something special is here. That is undeniable. The Two of Cups in the heart feels that. The mind also constantly thinks about that with the Six of Cups and doesn't let it go. Because Six of Cups is one of those energies where, you know, it's a replay, okay? It's things on replay all the time. So they think about this all the time. But there's this chance, you know, this divine collision between you and your person. You know, if they don't decide what it is that they want with this connection, it can slip through their fingers. They know this. But also the mindset with the King of Swords thinks about this so much that it plays with them. Like it kind of confuses the heart of what it knows to be truth. Okay. So this is what I have for you, pile number 3 viewers. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps the channel grow, reach more people, find who it needs to. If you ever want to take it a step further to support what I do beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my shop is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there I make with my 2 hands on my free time. I have powerful Tektite crystals like Moldavite and Libyan desert glass. Here's a piece of Moldavite, by the way. I have that there, and I also have light language sessions and personal readings when available, keyword when, because sometimes they're sold out. And of course, I make them available as I complete them for other people and as my availability permits. So with all of that being said, I will leave you here, Star Family. Take care of yourselves, pile number 3 viewers. Be well and keep shining.